So it's the night before I go in to see our specialist again in the morning. We decided to go ahead and do an IUI next month. So I guess like in prep for it, I had to come in. I have to go in for day 3, blood work and ultrasound. So that's tomorrow. So thankfully I'm off work. I do have classes, so I'm gonna have to probably go straight on from there. But I'm dreading it. Like, not looking forward to it. We haven't been to the specialist a lot. We've only been 2 or 3 times. And again, like, we just didn't do anything in December, so it just feels like it's been a while. And Pete can't come with me either, so because he has to work. So I'm just a little bit nervous, and it's an early appointment again, and it's like a little bit of a drive. So yep, hoping to get some more answers tomorrow about where I am in the cycle, and I guess hopefully get some more information about the IUI and what our plan is.
A candle burns in a choir, held with a righteous hand. And I'm reminded of a silent night, all for a broken man, one I don't understand. I get tired around this time, but I will try to make things right. Footsteps without a sound, I'm coming home to you.
So getting ready to do our first injection. Super nervous. Stay tuned.
It covers the ugly truth, things that we hide from view. I get tired around this time, I blame it on the cold daylight. Bring your arms around me first, warm my bones and fill my glass. God, I hope this year's better than the last. A candle burns in a choir, held with a righteous hand. And I'm reminded of a silent night, all for a broken.
Hey, so just wanted to do a little update on how the past week has gone. So this month is our IUI, which I'm super excited about, but really nervous about. Like last Wednesday is when we kind of decided all of this. It was very last minute, just really overwhelming. But yeah, so that day was very overwhelming and just kind of hard to wrap our head around it all, and just feeling like, oh, is this the right thing? And I don't know if you ever really feel like 100% comfortable doing treatment in general. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I felt so uneasy about just everything, just because I didn't want to have to do it, and it's not normal to have to do it. I mean, so many people have to do this, but it's just not natural, and I think that's what the hardest part is for me. Like when I was doing my injection last night, I just like, I think it's just so unnatural to like stick a needle in yourself. And of course if you're diabetic you're used to that, but I'm not. I've never done that, and I don't really like getting blood work done or anything. Like it kind of freaks me out. I can never look at the needle when it's getting done to me. I think it'd be fine in other people, but the fact that it's like on myself, I'm just always so afraid it's gonna hurt. So yeah, last night it took me a good 20 minutes probably to like, I had to like pep talk myself. My husband had to like pep talk me just to, he almost did it at one point. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And so he was gonna do it for me. But then I was like, nope, we're gonna do it. And I just did it. And it didn't hurt actually as much as I thought. I thought it was gonna hurt a lot. But it did burn a little bit. Like as I was pushing it in, it had a little tiny bit of a burn. Nothing crazy. But I think again my mind was just like jumping to like the worst case scenario that was gonna be really, really bad and all of that. So that's done. First night is done. Tonight I have volunteering, so I have that, and then I will be after that I will be doing my injection. And then tomorrow morning me and Pete are heading in to our specialist to have an ultrasound, follow-up ultrasound and blood work, and hopefully I have some mature follicles, or at least one. That's all I need. One mature follicle. And I'm hoping that my lining.
Bring your arms around me first. Warm my bones and fill my glass.
Hey, so I'm recording this directly in front of a heater because it's so cold. So just in case you wonder why my hair is blowing, or if you can't hear me, hopefully you can hear me well. But I just wanted to explain. So this morning we had our appointment with our reproductive endocrinologist. And it went well. I mean, it was good to see her. Last time I saw her was last Wednesday, so exactly a week later, after doing the injections and the Clomid. She'd put me on a lower dose of Clomid, and then we did the injections as well, because my lining was a little bit on the thin side at our appointment last week. And the Clomid thins your lining, so So today the lining is thicker, which is really, really good. I don't know if it's just by chance. I have been like drinking raspberry leaf tea and pomegranate juice and eating all the stuff that I read to eat. I even bought pineapple. It's meant to help. Like, I've literally done everything I can do. So it could be that. I'm going to keep doing that for the next like probably week. Just in case, and it can't hurt anything. I mean, it's all good for me anyway. But yeah, so we had that. I'm like losing my train of thought. Yeah, so we had the lining's better. It's not like super great, but it's better. So we're hoping that it'll keep improving. I have 2 follicles. I believe it's 1 on each side actually. I thought that's what she said, but I'm trying to think if that even makes any sense. We got like a little printout ultrasound before of the follicle. She didn't do that this time, so I can't remember. Either way, I have 2 follicles, but they're decent, but they're not big enough. For any of you trying to conceive, you probably know, but I believe it needs to be between like 18 and 20. And this one was both of them were around like 12. So this is why the good thing is, so I was like very hesitant on going on to the injections just because it just seemed like such a big deal, but I'm really glad we did, because if we had just done the Clomid cycle, I'm assuming like we would just be done. We would have lost our money because follicles aren't where they need to be, and you can't obviously keep taking Clomid. Like, it's not going to do anything taking it now. So the injections, we have a little bit left. Snowfall. Based on my dosage, we should have like enough. So thankfully we both put it in the fridge last night. It covers the end up like, I don't know, telling us to use it again. So things that we hide from again tonight, the injection again tonight. So I'm not out of it. I get tired. And then on Friday morning we'll come back for a follow-up. got better.
Bring your
And then
arms
based on
around
that,
me,
because it usually grows, I guess, a couple
warm my bones and fill my glass.
each day or something. I don't remember what she said.
God, I hope this year's better than
So we're going to go back in on Friday, and
the
then we
last.
may need to do injections for another couple days after that. It just depends. She doesn't think the IUI will be happening until the beginning of next week.
A candle
Depends, because if they're mature on Friday,
burns in a
then they would
quiet,
like pull the trigger either Friday night or
held
Saturday.
with a righteous
Sunday.
hand.
And if it's over the weekend, it's in their office. It's in their main office, King of Prussia Mall, which is not
And I'm reminded
here at all. So
of the silent night.
yeah, lots of cool eating places.
All
So if you were to talk about that, I actually wouldn't mind. If it was over the weekend, because it would be
One I
extra
don't
fun. So
understand.
that's gonna happen if it's over the weekend. If it's during the week, then it would be
I get tired around this time,
but it would be tricky because Pete has work training.
but I will
So
try
a lot
to
of
make things right.
we don't really know exactly when
Bring
it's
your
gonna
arms around me, fair.
next 2 nights, and then back on Friday for blood work and
Warm my bones
another
and fill my
ultrasound,
glass.
and then we will go from there.
God, I hope we'll be better than the past. I wake up around this time. Your sweet face.
We're just doing a quick fill-in, so we just got out of our appointment. Look at this one. We just got out of our appointment, checking on the follicles and lining. The lining is still really thin, so it looks like I might have to be taking a little tablet in my IUI. So dreading that. But we also were asked, how do you feel about multiples? Because they're a chance of triplets. Because I have 3 getting there follicles. They're not like where they need to be. So we're taking a few more days. So we're hoping that it would all happen this weekend, but don't think so.
No, it doesn't look like it.
So, yeah. So we're heading back, and we're going to drink all the palm juice and all the raspberry leaf tea I can. It's the last natural thing I can do to thicken my lining before I have to do something very unnatural. So, so that's where we're at. I'm kind of excited about just the fact that there's stuff, at least the follicles are getting bigger, but a little bit, just a little bit freaked about the lining and stuff. So, yep.
Is the ugly truth, things that we hide from view.
So, as I mentioned earlier, so we got our appointment, went, again, I feel like pretty good. I don't know if any appointment, I just feel like none of our appointments have been exactly what we wanted, which is just frustrating, because we were hoping that the follicles would be bigger, we were hoping that the lining would be thicker. The follicles did grow, and we have some new ones as well. So I think right now we have, the right side was like, there was a lot, but not all of them were like contenders. So I think we had 2 14mm ones, I think it was, on the right, and then an 11 and a 12, I think that was it. And then that was on the right side, and then the left side we had 115. So we have 3 contenders, so it increases our chance. They also asked us how we felt about multiples, because there's a chance of that with there being 3 almost, well, hopefully mature eggs by the end of it, which is just funny. Scary, funny, and exciting. But yeah, so honestly, at this point, just want one. Just give me one. I will happily take more, but, you know, it's just frustrating. And it's frustrating because it's not just the eggs right now that is our problem. It's because that's been doing fine. The injection we've been taking seems to be helping. It's the lining. So yeah, they're giving us a tablet, an estrogen tablet that has to be put in down there every night. and then I think they're checking us on Sunday. We'll see once my blood work comes back today, but it's potentially going to be happening now Tuesday, but we again don't know. It just depends on the blood work, depends on the follicles. We'd run out of her injection, so she's given us another injection, and so not exactly what we wanted to hear, especially because I feel like I've been doing things like natural things to try to help my linings. I don't know if it just hasn't worked. I don't know if it was helpful at all. I'm going to continue to do that in hopes that maybe, but yeah, bit bummed at the same time just because we were hoping it was going to be this weekend, because next week Pete's got training and I have school and work, and so, but we will see. Hopefully we'll know a little bit more later this afternoon, depending. But remember, if I mentioned in a previous video, another thing that they noticed in the ultrasound was like fluid in the uterus. She didn't seem like it was a big deal, and I think it might be caused because of the injection, maybe. I'm not really sure. She didn't seem like it was a big deal. She just told me to go get Mucinex, and said that should clear everything up as far as like the fluid in there. But again, it's just like, it's like, it literally just, this cycle feels like one thing after the other. Like, it's just like overwhelming. I'm sitting here and I've been trying to like do some school stuff that I have to get done, and it's just like all consuming. Like, I just can't switch my mind off. I've been just like, every 5 minutes I'm like, okay, let me look this up, and I'm trying to find like blogs and just look up some just information on what I can do to like get rid of fluid, and to, is there ways to even do that, like how to get my lining more, and just a lot. It's just a lot, and I mean, it's hard all the time, but I think what annoys me is like, we've put so much money into this, to like the, and it's like the thought of it not working, because we have like somewhat good follicles, and because we paid all the money. Sorry, but I just got a text message. It's just, it makes it like, so annoying and frustrating. Like, I can't just be at ease about it. So yeah, I've just been like really trying to let it go and put it right back at God's feet, because it's like not in my control. Like, I really literally at this point can't do anything else but follow the doctor's orders and hope that my body will catch up with what it's meant to do. So, and it's hard too, because like timing is everything, and I feel like we have this really short window right now. So it's just like, yeah, just a lot.
All for a broken man, one I don't understand. I get tired around this time, but I will try to make things right. Be true, things that we hide from view. I get tired.
Hey, so it's Sunday, oh, actually know what date it is. I'll have to put it on the video after I add it. But it's Sunday. We had an ultrasound and blood work 2 days ago. So today we're going in for a follow-up to see how the follicles are looking, and check to see if I'm close to ovulation, and see if my lining's better, and see if the fluid's gone. So a little bit nervous. We have to go. Our place is not open on Sunday, so we have to go to Harrisburg Hospital for like everything. So it makes me a little bit nervous too, because it's going to be stranger people I don't know, and it's just like an intense thing to go through with people you don't know. So not looking forward to that, but I'm excited to kind of see where we are, and hopefully we're ready and getting really close so that we can hopefully do the IUI on Tuesday.
And I'm reminded of a silent night, all for a broken.
So we just got news from our one of the nurses from the fertility office we were with our results. So just to kind of sum up, so this morning we had an ultrasound and blood work at Harrisburg Hospital, and then they send information to our fertility place, we have about done to see where the follicles were at, where the lining was at, and on Friday when we had our appointment, the lining was measuring at 6 point something. I don't remember exactly what it was, which is much too thin. Well, it's not too thin. I mean, you can technically conceive with less lining, but they want you to, about between 8 and 10. So then I also had some fluid in my uterus, so they give me Mucinex to get rid of that. And sorry, someone's walking by the car. And so yeah, so that must have, so we were worried about that, if that was going to clear it up. Then yeah, so they checked that all. We did our blood work. We actually just got a call. We just got back from church, actually. We just got some food after church. And, sorry, I'm getting like all these messages. I've just updated everybody. So we just got back from church and lunch, and they called us. So it looks like we now have 4 mature follicles, which is really exciting, but really scary, because that obviously increases our chances of multiples even more. So, yeah, they asked us if we still wanted to go ahead with it. Of course. But anyway, because there is that risk. So, yeah, we have, I think they were measuring at 18, 2 19s, and then 20. So that's pretty good. And then my lining, so this is another great thing, my lining went from 6 point something to 9, which is really, really, really good. So I'm just like really, really excited. It's just been like, I was so nervous that was gonna like hold us back of being able to do this cycle this month. Sorry. I'm just so glad that it didn't, because the follicles were doing what they needed to do. I just feel like we have such a good chance because we have so many mature follicles. My phone just ran out of memory quickly there. So yeah, we really didn't think we were going to be in the running for this cycle when that all happened, because it was just like one thing after the other. And I also just felt really unhopeful for things changing in like 2 days, because Wednesday things were not looking good either, and on Friday things still weren't looking good. So I just feel like it's such a God thing. We have so many people praying for us right now, and it's just like such an emotional thing. Like, I mean, I really am excited now. Like, I feel like there's some nerves behind it, but right now I'm just really, really excited, because I feel like we have such a good chance. So we have to go in on Tuesday. You have to pull the trigger tonight, so you have like the trigger shot we have to take tonight, overdrill, I think it is called. Take that tonight between 6 and 8, and then on Tuesday morning we go in for the actual IUI. So it's like, it's here, it's coming, and it's scary but very exciting. I'm just so glad that there's been improvement. I was just really hoping to go in here with like the best chance we have, and we do. We have good lining, we have no fluid in the uterus, we have 4 mature follicles. It's all really, 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 really good news. Just
God, I hope we'll be better than.
Hey, so it's the night before my IUI, and I'm currently in Mechanicsburg. I'm at Target, actually. I ran in just to try to chill. I've had a long day at school with some unexpected exams that I have coming up this week, so it's gonna be a little crazy this week. And I'm trying to be calm, because that's the best thing I can do right now for what's getting done. So a little bit overwhelmed. Pete also has training this week, so he's actually just left Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, so he's about an hour and a half, I think, away. So he's gonna grab dinner there, and I'm grabbing dinner here because I'm starving and he's hungry, and so yeah, excited but nervous about tomorrow. Hey, today's the day that we have our IUI. I actually didn't sleep that great, but I woke up feeling pretty confident and not super nervous. Don't mind my face either. I've been like breaking out, I think, with all the extra hormones that we've been doing the past week. But yeah, we're gonna go get breakfast in a little bit, and then I think we have to be over there our first time at like 7. I'm kind of excited. Like, I don't know if I can be excited, but I'm like excited right now. Oh, the day is like finally here. En route, we got snow overnight, or early this morning, which is kind of exciting, but we did not plan on this, cleaning off our car before going. And we have something we need to keep very warm. And we've got to get to the hospital. Oh boy, this just keys the excitement, right? So we just dropped off our specimen. We're about to go get some breakfast, and then we head back here in about 40 minutes.
Of a silent night, all for a broken man, one I don't understand. I get tired.
So how do you think it went?
Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. The HSG or HCG test, whatever it was I got, was a lot worse. Just a little crumpy. But
You look very relaxed then.
all I need is some music.
That's right. You got a little ambiance here. Very nice. Okay.
So I just got home. Pete had to go back to training, and I came home because I've actually got to work later today. It's just so overwhelming. I can't believe like it's done. Like we've just done it, and it was super quick. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I am quite crampy right now, which I think is normal. And I feel bad because I'm trying to rest, but at the same time I've got to get up and work soon, and I'm a nanny, so I'm not really going to be sitting down. But yeah, it's just I just feel like I keep getting like so overwhelmed because I'm just so happy that we have this chance. I feel like we have so much like going for us this time. It's just a lot of emotions because this could be it. This could be our chance. It's just like it's been such a long time. It feels we've been trying, and I feel like it's so crazy to think like this could be it. Whew. And I've been trying to like stay calm and oh goodness, yeah. So I'm gonna go because I think I need just make myself a cup of tea, and I'm gonna curl up on the sofa. I don't have to go into work till 11, so I'm heating up some warm beans and I'm gonna have some tea and try to just like chill for like the next half hour. It's just been a long, just a lot of stuff in a long morning, in a good way. It's just a lot to, I think, process in my brain, you know, so. But yeah, so far everything went well, so only time will tell. We have a 2-week wait. We have to go in next Tuesday for like blood work to check my progesterone levels, to make sure they're okay enough to like hold a pregnancy. And then the following Tuesday we go in for pregnancy tests, so goodness, hopefully it'll be here before we know it.